Three friends lived in a small town. Their names were Leo, Maya, and Sam. They were teenagers. They were best friends. Leo was smart. Maya was brave. Sam liked to laugh. They had a big dream, a secret dream. They did not want to stay in their town. They wanted to see the stars. They wanted to travel in space. "Space is big," Leo said one day. He looked at the night sky. "Yes, we must go there," Maya replied. She was very sure. Sam just smiled. "But how? We're just kids." Leo pointed to a big old shed behind his house. "Not just kids, Sam. Look." Inside the shed was not just tools. It was a spaceship. It was small. It was silver. It looked old, but Leo worked on it for 2 years. He used old parts. He used new ideas. "Is it ready?" Maya asked. Her heart beat fast. "Almost ready," Leo whispered. "Just one more thing. We need fuel." They found a special blue liquid in an old can. Leo said it was Space Fuel Alpha. They did not know if it was safe, but they had to try. One night, the moon was a thin smile in the sky. They took their backpacks. The backpacks had water, some old chocolate bars, and a map of the stars Leo drew himself. They climbed into the small ship. It was tight inside. Leo sat in the pilot's seat. Maya held the control stick. Sam checked the buttons. "Ready for launch?" Leo asked. His voice shook a little. "Ready!" Maya shouted. "Ready!" Sam whispered. Leo pushed the big red button. Vroom! The ship shook. Lights flashed green and yellow. The noise was very loud. Dust flew everywhere in the shed. Then the noise stopped. The shaking stopped. "What happened?" Sam asked. Leo looked out the small window. "Look!" The shed roof was gone. They were floating. They were up. They saw their small town below. The lights looked like small yellow candies. "We're flying!" Maya shouted, jumping up and down in the small space. The ship went higher. The air got thin. The sky turned from dark blue to black velvet. Then they saw it. So many stars. They were not just dots anymore. They were bright, shining diamonds. "This is better than my dream," Sam said softly. Leo smiled. He pointed to a big, bright planet. "Next stop, Planet Xylo. Let's go, friends." The small silver ship flew toward the deep, dark, wonderful space. Their adventure had just begun. The ship flew for a long time. Leo watched the control panel. Maya looked at the stars. Sam ate the last chocolate bar. "We are close," Leo said. "Planet X is big and green and purple." The ship went down, down through the clouds. The clouds were thick and pink. Bump, scrape, hiss. The ship stopped. They landed. "We are here," Maya said. She took a deep breath. Sam looked at the window. "Wow, it is not green, it is purple." The planet was purple. The ground was soft, like thick sand. Tall, strange things grew up. They looked like glass trees. They made a quiet, soft light. Glow, glow, glow. "Let's go outside," Maya said. She opened her bag. She took out 3 helmets. They were simple, clear bubble helmets. "Safety first," Leo reminded them. He put on his helmet. It clicked shut. One by one, they opened the ship door. Shh! A small cloud of pink air came out. They stepped onto the purple ground. The air smelled like sweet apples and rain. It was warm. "No fighting, no cold," Sam said. He took a small jump. "It feels good here." They walked slowly. The crystal trees made pretty shadows. They looked around. They did not see anything move. "Maybe it is a quiet planet," Leo whispered. Suddenly Maya stopped. "Look!" From behind a big glowing rock, something moved. It was not a plant. It was a thing. It was small. It had a round, smooth blue head. It had 3 short legs. It did not have eyes like humans. It had two long, thin feelers on top of its head. The feelers moved slowly, like they were smelling the air. "Alien," Sam whispered. He was scared, but also excited. More shapes moved. 2 more small blue beings came out, then 5, then 10. They were all small and blue and round. They looked at the 3 friends. They did not look angry. They looked curious. Leo remembered his mission. He had a toy ray gun in his pocket. It was for fun, but now... "Back up, slowly," Leo said. He pulled out the toy gun. It made a small, weak pew-pew sound. The blue aliens stopped moving. Their feelers pointed at the toy gun. Maya put a hand on Leo's arm. "Leo, wait, they are not moving fast." But Leo was nervous. He pointed the gun at the ground near the aliens. He pushed the trigger hard. Pew! A tiny spark of yellow light shot out and hit a purple rock. The blue aliens jumped back. They made a sound. It was not a scary sound. It sounded like tiny bells ringing very fast. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. "They are afraid of us," Maya realized. Leo lowered the toy gun. The blue aliens stayed very still, waiting. Leo felt bad. His hand was shaking. He looked at the small blue alien closest to him. He saw no sharp teeth. He saw no angry eyes. He only saw soft blue skin and moving feelers. "It was just a toy," Leo said loudly to the alien. He did not think the alien could understand toy. He put the toy ray gun back in his pocket. He did not want to scare them more. Maya walked forward slowly. She kneeled down in the purple dust. She put both hands out, palms open. This showed she had no weapon. "Hello," Maya said softly. "We are friends. We are from Earth." The small blue alien did not move for a long time. The other 10 aliens stood still too, watching. Then the closest alien made the bell sound again. Tinkle, tinkle, tinkle. But this time the sound was slower. It sounded like a question. Maya smiled. "He is talking," she whispered to Leo. Sam carefully took a step closer. He looked at the alien's head. "I think those feelers are like noses or ears," he guessed. Maya gently moved her hand closer to the alien. The alien watched her fingers. It did not pull back. Its blue head tilted to the side. Then the amazing thing happened. The alien slowly lifted one of its short legs. It was not walking. It stretched its small blue body forward. It touched Maya's open hand with the very tip of one feeler. The moment the feeler touched Maya's skin, a feeling went into Maya's mind. It was not a sound. It was a picture. Maya gasped and stood up quickly. "I saw it! I saw a picture in my head!" "What picture?" Leo asked. He looked worried. "It was a picture of their world, a big, warm, happy world, and then a picture of a broken piece, and then a picture of our ship. They need help." Leo and Sam looked at each other. They thought they were the heroes coming to fight, but maybe they were the helpers. The alien touched Maya's hand again. Tinkle, tinkle. This time the feeling was clearer. Help, broken, friend. "They are not bad," Sam said, smiling wide. "They are friendly aliens who need a friend." Leo laughed with relief. "I am sorry, little friend," he told the alien. He pointed to his own chest. "Leo, friend." The alien stepped forward completely. It made a short, happy tinkle sound and pointed its feeler toward the crystal trees. It wanted them to follow. The 3 friends knew they had a new job now. No fighting, just helping. They followed the first blue alien, who they decided to call Belle, deeper into the strange, beautiful purple forest. Belle, the little blue alien, led the way. The other aliens followed closely, making a soft chorus of tinkles and soft clicks. Leo, Maya, and Sam walked behind Belle, their boots crunching slightly on the purple ground. Belle led them not toward more trees, but toward a giant glowing mound in the distance. As they got closer, they saw that the mound was actually the entrance to a huge open cave, or maybe a vast underground room. The entire inside of the cavern glowed with soft, multicolored light. The walls were made of the same crystal as the trees outside, but here the crystals were massive, like giant shining pillars supporting the ceiling of the world. In the very center of this glittering space was the biggest crystal of all. It was huge, maybe as tall as 3 school buses stacked on top of each other. It pulsed with a slow, steady light, blue, then green, then soft yellow. This must be the heart of their world. But something was wrong. As they approached, the pulsing light sputtered. The crystal began to turn a dull, dark gray color in one spot, right near the bottom. Belle stopped and made a loud, sad tinkle-tinkle clunk. The other aliens huddled around the base of the giant crystal, their feelers drooping. That big crystal, it is their power source, I think, Leo realized. He looked closer at the dark spot. See that crack? It looks like something hit it, or maybe it just got old. Maya knelt down near Belle. She tried to send a feeling picture again, focusing on the crack. She saw a quick flash, a small, fast-moving dark shadow hitting the crystal, then the gray spot appearing. It wasn't old, Maya reported. It said a fast, dark thing hit it. It made their lights weak. Sam looked around the vast, glowing room. If that thing breaks, do their lights go out completely? Do they get cold? Belle tapped Leo's shoe gently with a leg and then pointed a feeler back toward the ship. Leo understood. They want us to look at it. They think because we came in a ship, we know about broken things. Leo felt a rush of pride mixed with fear. His spaceship was small and built with tape and clever wiring in a shed, but these aliens looked at him like he was the greatest engineer in the galaxy. "Okay, Belle," Leo said with confidence. "Let's see what we can do." He took out his small toolkit from his backpack. It had screwdrivers, strong tape, and wires, tools for fixing a small ship, not a planet's power core. The fate of Planet X Xylo rested on a teenager with a toolbox from Earth. Leo opened his small toolkit. It looked very strange next to the massive glowing crystal. He had a multi-tool, some strong silver duct tape, and a coil of heavy-duty electrical wire he had salvaged from an old computer. Belle made a gentle, worried tinkle. It seemed to understand that Leo's tools were small compared to the problem. "I need to see exactly where the energy is going," Leo muttered to Maya and Sam. "Belle, can you show me the broken part again?" Belle understood the pointing and the sound of broken. It guided Leo right to the dull gray fissure in the crystal base. Leo put on his thickest gloves. He carefully touched the cool, dead-looking part of the crystal. It didn't shock him. It just felt empty. "It's like a massive circuit board has a huge short," Leo explained. "We can't replace the crystal, but maybe we can bridge the gap so the energy flows around the break." Maya had an idea. She looked at the small, luminous stones the aliens had handed her earlier. They glowed with the planet's energy. "Leo, what if we used their power to bridge our gap? Belle, can these stones conduct power?" Belle responded with a clear, fast sequence of high-pitched tinkles. The feeling Maya got back was, yes, but only for a moment. Too much power makes them fade. "We need to make a circuit, a temporary path," Leo said, his eyes shining with focus. "Sam, I need you to hold these 2 stones steady, right on the edges of the crack. Maya, you hold the wire, ready to connect the loop." Sam, despite being nervous, held the 2 glowing stones exactly where Leo pointed, pressing them against the good glowing crystal on one side of the crack and the dead crystal on the other. The stones started to dim almost instantly, fighting to push their small energy into the massive problem. "Now, Maya!" Leo yelled. Maya quickly wrapped the end of Leo's thick earth wire around the edge of the first stone. Then, with quick precision, she touched the other end of the wire to the second stone. Zzzz! A bright blue-white arc of electricity jumped across the crack, running through Leo's simple wire. The aliens all backed away, making soft, startled bell noises.
For a heart-stopping second, the giant crystal pulsed a brilliant, painful white. Then the dark gray spot vanished. The energy flowed smoothly, and the crystal began to glow with a strong, healthy, steady blue light again. Leo, Maya, and Sam stood frozen, waiting for an explosion. But there was only one sound, a long, slow, beautiful, harmonious tink from Belle, a sound of pure joy and relief. The other aliens cheered in their own crystalline language, and the entire cave shone brighter than before.
The relief in the crystal cavern was palpable. The sound of the aliens' collective tinkling was no longer nervous. It was a symphony of gratitude. Belle approached Leo, Maya, and Sam, its three little legs moving in a happy dance. Belle reached out a delicate feeler and gently tapped each of the teenagers on the arm, a sign of deep respect and thanks. The aliens then began to move around the now healthy central crystal, performing what looked like a slow, reverent chant of pure, resonant tones. "I think that's their thank you dance," Sam whispered, grinning widely. "I knew we shouldn't have brought the ray gun." Leo carefully packed away his multi-tool, feeling much prouder of his wire than he ever had before. "It wasn't just the wire, Sam. Maya read their minds, and you held those power stones like a statue. We were a real team." The celebration continued for what felt like an hour, filled with wonderful bell-like music that somehow made the teenagers feel warm and happy inside. Finally, Belle led them back toward the entrance of the cave. As they reached the exit, the lead alien gestured toward a small stand made of polished purple stone. On the stand rested three small objects, a tiny, perfectly smooth blue stone for each of them. Belle gently nudged the stones toward the teenagers. Maya picked up hers. It was cool to the touch and held a faint internal glow, much calmer than the stones they had used to repair the crystal. When she held it, she felt a simple, clear message from Belle. Memory, friend, return. "A gift," Maya said softly, fastening the small stone to the zipper of her jacket. "They want us to remember them, and they want us to come back someday." Leo took his amulet and clipped it to his belt loop. Sam tucked his safely into his pocket. They returned to the silver spaceship. The ramp hissed down, and they climbed inside. Leo checked the controls. Everything looked perfect, perhaps even better than before they left. "Ready to go home?" Leo asked, looking at his two best friends. Maya and Sam nodded, a shared, knowing smile passing between them. They weren't just friends who built a spaceship anymore. They were interstellar problem solvers. Leo powered up the engines. The vroom was louder this time, but the launch was smooth. They blasted off the soft purple surface of planet XYLO, leaving the glowing crystal forests behind them, carrying the memory of their first alien friends and the promise of a return.